Let's talk about something we all experience, but almost never see in each other. I'm talking about the silent battles we fight within ourselves, those struggles with fear, with doubt, with memory, that all happen in the quiet corners of our own minds. Wow, that that really hits home, doesn't it? It's about that incredible deafening noise inside that we so often hide behind a calm face. I think a lot of us know exactly what that feels like. So let's dive into this first part. It's all about this huge gap between our inner world and the one we show everybody else. Let's really look at what this silent struggle is all about. And this just captures it perfectly. On the outside, we give that simple, easy answer, I'm fine. But on the inside, man, it can feel like a full-blown hurricane, a storm of feelings that just feels impossible to put into words. And this is the tough part, isn't it? That cycle. Every night, there's this little flicker of hope that maybe, just maybe, tomorrow will feel lighter. But so often, we wake up and that same weight is sitting right there on our chest. And still, there's something so incredibly strong about just getting up and facing the day anyway. So if we're all carrying this weight, where do we even begin? What's the first step to making it feel, well, manageable? It all starts with one simple but super powerful idea: awareness. This is the moment everything starts to shift. It's when we go from just putting up with the pain to actually starting to understand it. And this is absolutely crucial. Awareness isn't about trying to fix yourself or get rid of the pain overnight. It's about changing how you see it. It's about realizing your emotions aren't flaws or weaknesses. They're signals. They're messages. You can even try it right now. Next time you feel something strong, instead of fighting it, just notice it. Say to yourself, oh, okay, there's that anxiety, or I feel sadness right now. Just that little act of observation, with no judgment, that's where it all starts. Yeah, think about it like this. That anxiety buzzing around and keeping you up at night, it might be trying to signal a fear you haven't looked at. That sadness that just seems to linger, maybe it's pointing to a need that isn't being met, and that anger that comes out of nowhere. It could just be a sign that one of your boundaries has been crossed. See? They're all just signals. Now, this brings us to what's often the hardest part of this whole journey. Once we're aware of these signals, what then? Well, the next step is learning how to just sit with that discomfort, to actually stop running from our own darkness. It's a really big question, right? I mean, our first instinct is always to run from pain, to distract ourselves, to do anything but feel it. But what if we did the exact opposite? What if we just stopped, turned around, and looked it in the eye? What could we possibly find there? And this, right here, is the answer. The darkness isn't just something to get through. It's what gives the light meaning. It's our struggles that create the contrast that lets us really, truly appreciate moments of joy and peace and growth. And at the end of the day, this is the practice. It's this incredible act of self-compassion. It's about turning inward and giving yourself the same kindness you'd give to a friend who's hurting. It's just saying, hey, I see you, I get it, and you're safe here. So, where does this all take us? Well, this whole process of awareness and acceptance, it starts to change things. We start turning our deepest wounds into sources of wisdom. But, and this is a big but, it's so important to remember that this path is almost never a straight line. I absolutely love this slide because it's just so honest. We have this idea that healing is supposed to be this neat, tidy, upward climb. But the reality? It's messy, it's slow, sometimes it really hurts before it gets better. But that last point, that's the one to hold on to. It does get better. And this right here, this is the whole point. This is the big shift. The pain you've been through, the battles you fought in secret, they don't have to be this label you carry forever. They don't have to define you. Instead, with awareness, they can become the very things that shape you, that make you more compassionate, more wise, more resilient. They refine you. All right, as we start to bring this all together, let's focus on what we can take with us every single day. It's all about recognizing the quiet victories, the ones rooted in compassion and in the simple, powerful act of just keeping going. This is such a powerful reminder. Because once you start to understand your own inner world, it kind of opens your eyes to the fact that pretty much everyone you meet is probably fighting their own silent battle too. And that shared humanity just calls for kindness. And that kindness, it absolutely has to start with you. Just let that one sink in for a second. It's so easy to feel like our struggles mean something is wrong with us, that we're broken. But that's just not the truth. You're a work in progress. You are constantly evolving. You are becoming. Seriously, right now, wherever you are, just pause with me for a second. Let's take a deep breath together. In and out. Just a simple moment to be present, to acknowledge that you are still here. And that's what I really want to leave you with. In a world that's all about celebrating these huge, loud achievements, maybe the most powerful victory is the quiet one, the strength it takes to just get through another day. Remember that. Your endurance is your superpower, and that is always, always more than enough.